Um, Looking at things, it should be an easy fight to make, right? You know, Gervonta Davis, what is he, 18-0 with 17 KOs versus Tevin Farmer, who's 25-4-1 with just 5 KOs. TstreeT Controversy, this is TstreeT Controversy Live, July the 9th, 2017. So what is it, like 48 days or something until August the 26th, Mayweather McGregor. So the co-feature is supposed to feature Gervonta Davis, and the talks was going to be Orlando Salido. So let's just get that part out of the way first. Now, Orlando Salido was supposed to be fighting Vasyl Lomachenko on August the 5th on ESPN. Um, he was offered $700 and I believe they said $20,000, which from my understanding would have been a career payday. So now Vasyl Lomachenko has to fight Miguel Mariaga, and fans are in an uproar saying that he's ducking Guillermo Rigondeaux, but when in fact they couldn't just move that date. Rigondeaux fought on June the 17th on Ward Kovalev 2 undercard, and Lomachenko's fighting August the 5th. So for those who don't know, they have reached out to each other. Lomachenko and Guillermo Rigondeaux spoke on the phone, according to Rigondeaux social media. And my understanding is they understand the political shit and know the fight's going to happen one day. But if you really don't know the politics behind like boxing and how fights are made, I can understand like what you're saying, but it's not how it works. As far as you don't make a fight in 2 weeks, you don't make a fight like that in 2 weeks with just 2 weeks notice. You don't. So you know, people saying that Rigondeaux, you know, Lomachenko ducked Rigondeaux. No, no, it's not. It's not a duck. Like it's not a duck when, as I said, he fought on June the 17th, and then Lomachenko was supposed to fight Orlando Salido. So Orlando Salido pulled out of the Rigondeaux. I mean, pulled out of the Vasyl Lomachenko negotiations. That would have been a rematch for those who don't know. He has the only win over Lomachenko, and he pretty much he beat his balls. If you know what I'm talking about, if you watch the fight, there was a lot of low blows there, and basically, he kind of took, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say kind of, he took Lomachenko to school. Not only did he not make weight, give up his belt, but also he roughed Lomachenko the fuck up. So many feel that in a rematch, it wouldn't be the same way because Lomachenko, even though he was defeated, he learned so much that night, and he's never looked back. So the talk was that Tank Davis team, obviously it's Al Heyman. For those of you who don't know, he is a Mayweather Promotions fighter, but he's also an Al Heyman fighter. So Al Heyman is the one pulling the strings, making the moves. So I'm talking as far as you know, like the paperwork and the stuff behind the scenes, the politics of it, the business of it. So what was I saying? I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, um, Orlando Salido was supposed to be in talks to fight Tank Davis on the undercard of Mayweather versus McGregor. Well, now that it just fell completely apart. So I'm guessing, just using some assumptions, that if he was offered $720,000 career payday, you know, maybe his team and in their head they thought that, wait a minute, if we fight on a Mayweather McGregor undercard, not only do we feel we can beat Tank Davis and get a title shot, but also, you know, try to see if we can get $1 million. You know, I don't want to get into like the real nitty gritty details of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they offered him 300. Nah, I'd be surprised if they offered him 300K. And then remember, in his last fight, Orlando Salido's last fight, he didn't look that good. You know, so now guess what? He's not going to make no money this year. He's not going to make. He's probably missing out. Like we don't know yet if it's officially. Well, they said it's officially done as far as you know. They're no longer negotiate with Vasyl Lomachenko. I mean, not Lomachenko, Orlando Salido. So it all depends on how you look at it, man. So now the question is, why can't he fight Tevin Farmer? It's a fight that will appease hardcore fans because the main event is not appeasing hardcore fans, even though I'm talking about mentally, even though they're all going to watch it. You see where I'm going with that? The problem is also, and Orlando Salido is not ranked at 130 by the IBF. You know, so I don't know that could have played a role in it too. So when you're champion, you have to fight somebody in the top 15. The top 15 consists of Billy Dib, Kenichi Ogawa, Masayuki Ito, Tevin Former, Liam Walsh, Francisco Fonseca, Javier Fortuna, Jose Pedraza, Evgeny Chu Prakov, and the rest of those names outside of Sue Rodriguez, I can't really pronounce, and you don't know who they are. So looking at that, a lot of fighters, you have Tevin Former, Liam Walsh, Billy Dib, Javier Fortuna, and all the other guys people don't give a shit about, or with Jose Pedraza, that's how he got the belt. You know, and unless he unifies, and that's not happening, because WBC champion in that division, Miguel Burchek's taking on Takashi Mora this weekend. I want to do a video on that. Also, Jezreel Corrales is fighting the guy who beat Robinson Castellanos, the guy who pretty much ended Yurkis Gamboa's career. You know, and then, of course, WBO champion is Vasil Lomachenko, and Gervonta Davis or Heyman and Mayweather are not sending him that route. You know? We just know they not. So now it's like, you know, the Tevin Former fight is easy to make. He's a Lou DiBella fighter. You know, he's a Lou DiBella fighter, and as you know, Lou DiBella works with Al Heyman. You know, it's like his right-hand man as far as, you know, the East Coast is concerned. So why can't that fight be made? And I'm sure they can work out the money situation, especially as long as Tevin Former don't price himself out. You know, but it should be a career payday for him, right? You know, 200K, maybe 300 or something. But either way, it'll be a fight that boxing fans want to see. And I'm still trying to figure out who Tevin Former is as a fighter. I did get to watch him fight live twice. You know, and obviously you look at him, you think like, yo, he's a real slick Mayweather-ish type fighter. But still, you know, there seems to be some things missing. But can he beat Tank Davis? I mean, we just don't know. Because it'll be a different style than Tank Davis has seen before. As far as a boxer, he's going to be matched with a boxer. You know, Tevin Former is a boxer. You know, defensively sound to a certain extent, too. But the thing is, they're going to always look at those 4 losses and that 1 draw, and he's been stopped twice. And all these losses was very early in his career. You know, they're going to look at that type of stuff and be like, you know, for example, I forgot. And I remember, like, I did a video on it, like, a couple years ago. I'm talking about, you know, when I was talking about Pedraza versus Tank Davis. He got stopped by Jose Pedraza. And Tank Davis won the title from Jose Pedraza. Also, another little fact is Tevin Former spars with Lomachenko. You know? So, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.